Good evening, everyone. I'm Kritika Mohapatra, and I am currently the secretary for the Geo Alumni Association at the Central University of Kerala. So, on behalf of the Alumni Association, I welcome everyone to this session. And this meet is about starting off our promised alumni talk series for the current students as well as the alumni members. So, this talk will be the first talk of that series, and we have organized this on under a very short notice. And we thank everyone who has found out time to attend this for today. And we also did a promise regarding the broadcasting of this over the YouTube channel, but due to some technical glitches, we are unable to do it as a live broadcast. But we are definitely recording this meet, and this will be uploaded in the YouTube channel as a series of talk provided by alumni members of this association. To move forward with this, we have also a very good news amongst us. We have Dr. Sajan Kumar, our very beloved faculty member, who has been selected for representing India in the IODP exploration and would be boarding JOIDIS resolution, the research vessel of JOIDIS resolution for the year of 2023 to 2024 session. So we take this moment to congratulate Sajan sir. So we extend a heartiest congratulations to Dr. Sajan Kumar for achieving this milestone for us, and this is a very great thing for every one of us in CUK, because we believe this can bring a lot of international collaboration opportunities and also can develop the help us developing the scientific prospects that we undertake in our Paleo 3 lab in CUK itself. But before proceeding forward, I would like Sajan sir to at least say a few words regarding how are they planning for the upcoming expedition and what would be the scientific prospect in that upcoming expedition. Sir, over to you.
Yeah, Kritika, thank you, Kritika. Am I audible? I have some technical issue.
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
So maybe this is our first alumni talk. I can see Ganesh Raj sir and Vijayan sir and many other outside participants. So almost all our alumni are here. So I'm very happy to see all of them. So anyway, we are all waiting for Sarath talk, geogenic potentiality and toxic elements related to groundwater. So I don't know whether what I have to say. Maybe my expedition is next year. I will be going to North Atlantic and Arctic. This is part of IODP program. Maybe collecting core samples from Arctic and Atlantic, mainly for paleoclimate of those regions. So I am also waiting for that moment to part of that great team. So thank you. So I am over to you again. Back to you. So please carry forward.
Thank you, sir. We are really honored to have you get selected into that expedition. So again, heartiest congratulations from all of us. And proceeding forward with this, I would like to request the president of the association, Mr. Bhupesh Meher, to introduce our speaker of the day. Over to you.
Thank you, Kritika. Good afternoon to all of you, respected faculty members from our university and outside. So I would welcome you all of you to our first alumni talk series. So the idea of this organizing such talk is to interact with the alumni students to their current scenario of research and some industrial activities. So we hope, so this first talk, we hope it will get bigger and bigger with time, and there are many other activities that we are planning to do soon as well. So once again, thank you very much to all of you for joining us today. So our first talk by Mr. Sarath, an alumni member of Geology Department of UK, and coincidentally he was the first batch of students from our department as well. So let me introduce his research career and his journey till now. So Mr. Sarath is a research fellow currently in the Department of Geology, University of Kerala, India. He's completed his master's degree in geology from Central University of Kerala and his bachelor's degree in geology from Government College, Kasaragod. His research interest includes hydrogeology, geochemistry, petrology, toxic elements in groundwater, and medical geology, and many more. He started as a research associate in KSCSTE Arsenic Project, University of Kerala. Then he joined as a young professional in Central Groundwater Board, Ministry of Water Resources, Government of India. And he published many national and international journals like Chemosphere, Geoscience Frontiers, and Current Science, etc. So recently, he got acceptance from the IHLLA Argentina exchange student funded by International Atomic Energy Agency, Vienna. So Mr. Sarath and along with his group have many collaborations with national and international universities. So I would like to thank Mr. Sarath to come past in our talk series. So Mr. Sarath is over to you.
Thank you, Bhupesh. Thank you, Kritika, and respected professors and dear friends. Good afternoon to all. And directly going to my presentation, the title is written as Geogenic Potentially Toxic Elements in Groundwater of Hard Rock Crystalline Aquifers of Northern Kerala. Trace elements are micronutrients present in groundwater, but a higher concentration of trace elements in drinking water causes serious health issues. This is my current study area. More than 300 groundwater samples were collected in the Kasaragod district from the 5-kilometer interval, and it's totally covered 2000 kilometers square. Analyze the in situ parameters like EC, pH, TDS in the field, and analyze the major ions like calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, carbonate and bicarbonate, chloride and sulfates, and other parameters also by using QICPMS techniques. Analysis was carried out as per the standard method suggested by AFA 2012, means American Public Health Association. Here for the alkali and alkaline earth metals, we used the flame photometry is one of the branches of atomic absorption spectroscopy, also known as flame emission spectroscopy. The figure illustrates the flame photometry working principle, and the table shows flame color of the representative element. For the analysis of trace elements, metals, metalloids, and post-transition transition metals was analyzed by using QICPMS techniques at the Inter University Accelerator Center IUS in Delhi. And ICPMS is the recently developed techniques which have high accuracy and a high precision. These are the other ICPMS techniques like HR ICPMS, M.Sc ICPMS, HSCPMS, quadruple ICPMS, and triple quadruple ICPMS. Here I choose the quadruple ICPMS for the detection of PGE and other toxic elements in groundwater. For more detailed of ICPMS technique, I here suggest recently published articles in Geosystem and Geoenvironment, published in 2023. These are the various guidelines for drinking water quality published by various agencies like WHO and organizations like US EPA, Health Canada, and the European Union Drinking Water, and the drinking water guidelines of Bureau of Indian Standards. Researchers mainly use these for drinking guidelines for their academic purposes. Before going to my study area, I would like to share a brief description of my recently published article published in Geoscience Frontiers, the species which will cover the speciation of arsenic in groundwater and the toxicity. Arsenic is a highly toxic metalloid, also known as king of poison. IARC has classified arsenic as a class 1 human carcinogen. Here we reported more than 100 countries are affected by arsenic in groundwater. Before it was 60. We updated 37 countries by in detailed literature review. We had 37 countries in this list, and Southeast Asian countries are the most polluted, including India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Myanmar, Vietnam, China, etc. And the highest reported from Asia, followed by Europe and Africa. These are the photographs where I collected from various sources like UNICEF, World Health Organization, and other publication. And the majority of these photographs taken from Bangladesh, Dhaka. These are the photographs from West Bengal. Now we illustrate the modified the Piper diagram, which shows that geogenic sources are the main contributor of arsenic in groundwater, mainly the unconsolidated and consolidated sedimentary rocks like slate and phyllite and other alluvium deposits are the leading controller of arsenic in groundwater. And other artwork like basalt and ultramorphic, which contribute only 10% of arsenic in, as a source mineral in water. And this pie diagram shows that the sedimentary deposits and volcanic activity is the leading source, followed by petroleum and other mining activities. Sulfide minerals like marcasite and pyrite are the major source for arsenic in groundwater, followed by galena and sphalerite. In the Cheruthur formation, equivalent to Workale formation, is well exposed in Cheruthur area. We identified a marcasite, abundance of marcasite in shale bed. So there is a possibility arsenic in that confined aquifers in that formation. We already collected samples from there. Research is ongoing. Moving to the scenario of peninsular India, we reported that 50 million population in India are risk at groundwater arsenic contamination. The West Bengal and the Northeast Asian Indian states are most affected, like Jharkhand, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, etc. And 2-3 locations of Karnataka also reported arsenic rather than alluvial deposits. It's mainly sulfide. In Karnataka, arsenic contamination is mainly due to the sulfide mineralization and gold mineralization in Yadgir and Kolar district. Our studies revealed that in India, 20 states are affected now. Before it was 15. CUKGeo report 15, only 15. We had 5 more states in this list. And alluvial aquifers are the main sources, like Indo-Gangetic alluvial plain, etc. Hard rock aquifers are found only 10%. These are the removal techniques. These are my recently this publication have achieved a very steep stone like this article is listed in most popular, most downloaded and top cited article in geoscience congress in 2020, which cover more than 25,000 downloads in a year, and paper has received one policy citation by World Health Organization and received a UN award for sustainable development goals. I'm going to directly go into my present study area, Curia River Basin. I focused the Curia River Basin for micro level studies. And here more than 60 samples were collected from the deep borewells. These are the adopted methodology for the detailed resource characterization of arsenic and other heavy metals in groundwater, collection of rock samples, groundwater samples, detailed examination of rock and mineral analysis like petrographic, geochemical, spectral analysis, XRF, some EPMA and XRD, ICPMS techniques, and after that statistical analysis, data integration, hotspot demarcation, etc. Field investigation. Detailed field investigation were carried out in Kasaragod district. These are the major aquifer litho units. In Kasaragod, we can get different types of aquifers, which we classified as four sediments like consolidated and unconsolidated sedimentary, semi-consolidated aquifers, coastal aquifers, phreatic aquifers, water table aquifers, etc. And the majority of groundwater occurs in the fractured crystalline terrain. And these are the field photographs of different types of duck wells in the study area. Some of them shallow, some of them deep, some of them intermediate. Withdrawal of groundwaters and drying up of borewell and duck well and soil piping are the serious groundwater related issues in the study area. Field photograph showing orientation of fractures and joints. These are the primary joints preserved in the basaltic terrain. This photo taken from Angalimugar area within Shiria River Basin. And this general condition of the Shiria River Basin is falling semi-critical category by CUKGeo. These are the other field investigation photographs, which shows the different types of fractures, weathering patterns, etc. I'm not directly going to in detail of major in chemistry. I just prepare the paper diagram plot to analyze or detailed study of what kind of water type is there. And the Shiria Basin shows that the majority of water in the calcium and bicarbonate type, followed by calcium magnesium chloride type, and few samples from Angadimugar and Manjambara area shows sodium chloride type, which means this water get older. That's why the saline chloride value will be increasing. Here, alkali and alkaline earth metals are most predominant, and we analyzed strontium and barium and lithium in groundwater. And Manjambara, Angadimugar, and Arikadi area shows higher level of these toxic elements in water. The present study is focused on the source characterization of barium-rich groundwater in Shiria River Basin. I'm going to small description of what a barium and its toxicity. Barium we observed from the Angadimugar and Manjambara area. In the pre and post monsoon, I collected more samples from there for micro level studies and identified various aquifer units like water when fault in basalt, granite, and granitic rocks. And mafic rocks also present is there. This section is we prepared for the alteration studies and for EPM studies. EPM work is ongoing, and the XRF data revealed that barium is very high in pegmatite and granitic, followed by biotic gneiss and granitic gneiss. So XRF data directly give the clue that this barium and strontium is directly derived from the rock-water interaction from the aquifer litho units. The source characterization. So for the source characterization of barium in groundwater, I selected a Raman spectroscopy. For the different spectral bands, I choose to the identification of barium minerals present in this rock. I used a 200 nanometer to 600 nanometer and 600 to 800 nanometer band length, and I identified barium feldspar mineral in this terrain. And the most of the literature studies focused on the arid and semi-arid climate, and they are in semi-arid climate countries like Egypt, Egypt and the Gulf countries are mostly affected by barium and barium toxicity, and very less studies in sedimentary terrain in India and crystalline terrain. And the hydrogeologist well described about barite and witherite are the major source for barium in groundwater sedimentary terrain. But we can't expect barium and witherite in this terrain because this is a high grade metamorphic terrain, so we can't suspect that minerals from this data. That's why I'm confused where is the barium is came from. So that's why I choose the Raman spectroscopy for the identification of barium minerals, and it's revealed that barium feldspar like Celsian is the source for barium in groundwater. Raman spectra like 105 and 509 shows that the Celsian mineral is present in the rock. We all are familiar with the albite and anorthite microcline orthoclase labradorite bitonite, but very less knowledge about the Silesian minerals or Silesian feldspar like paracelsian, etc. Silesian is an anorthitic variety of mineral, and the construction studies also shows that different types of feldspar minerals present in the aquifer litho units. And geochemically is similar to microcline variety in the USGS or NASA roof data, which shows that some mineral chemistry of Silesian like BAK, Al2, SiO2. So it's similar to microcline. And the Silesian is occurred in wide geological spectrum, but in SGT in southern groundwater terrain there is no study related to Silesian feldspar in rocks. Where I'm discussing about the general barium toxicity. So that's why we all know how much toxic is barium. Special attention should be paid to the contamination of water consumed by pregnant women, which is because it's very serious to newborn baby, like artificial clefts and hearing loss. And some studies shows that the exposure of low dose barium by drinking water causes hearing loss in mice and neural tube defects in drinking water, desiccation by high blood pressure. So there is a lot of research shows that the barium toxicity in groundwater. We all are familiar with the fluoride toxicity and the arsenic toxicity, but none of them care about the barium toxicity and the related strontium health issues in by long-term consumption of drinking water. So this kind of minerals and contaminations also in our aquifer units, which very quite interesting and scare. I'm going to discuss about very briefly lithium contamination in groundwater. We observed a few amount of lithium in water in the same terrain. So it may be derived from the weathering of Li micas or Li pyroxene like spodumene, etc. Or LCT pegmatite also playing major role in the releasing mechanism of lithium in groundwater in the crystalline terrain. And the WHO or BIS or US EPA or Health Canada do not describe about the permissible limit so far. Why? Because of lithium is prescribed for the treatment of bipolar disorder and the health effect related to lithium in drinking water that include inverse relationship with the depression, Alzheimer's, suicide rate, rape, violent crime rates, etc. And the recent studies that the clinical trials conclude that lithium is also effective treatment for reducing suicide risk in people with a mood disorder. So these are the recently published journals other than geology. You can see that adding lithium in drinking water for suicide prevention, bipolar disorder and dementia in the United States associated with the lithium in drinking water, and suicide mortality interplay with the lithium prescriptions. So in the Western countries or European countries, research mainly focused on this kind of toxic minerals. In India or developed countries, the studies are very poor or meager. And my future work is focused. I identified some of nickel in Sorga area. So I identified aquifer litho units of pyroxenites and pyrobilite And in the field, I observed that weathered and lateralized ultramafic rocks. You look at the size; it's very interesting. And lithium permeance limit is, according to WHO and BA's, permissive limit of nickel is 20. And here I identified a mere 60, 3 times higher nickel value in this terrain. In this, the higher value very close to the aquifer lithoins. So it will give direct evidence. These are the this nickel is derived from weathering of this mineral, these aquifer lithoins only. And this medical geology is other emerging branch of geology which deals with dealing with influence of geology on the distribution of health problem in human and animals. And USGS also open the studies related to medical geology, mainly in city of metal contamination in groundwater related research only. British Geological Survey also now doing medical geological related studies. The other publication related to medical geology, the importance of medical geology, impact of the environmental on health. The figure shows the spondylosis and skeletal fluorosis by the regular consumption of fluoride and strontium in drinking water. Strontium also one toxic mineral. It's similar to fluoride toxicity. Like, and these are the photographs taken from Chittoor, Kollangodu area, Palakkad district, which affect not only human, animals also suffering from fluoride toxicity and kidney stone due to the total hardness present in groundwater. Buenos syndrome. These photographs taken from Yadgir district, Karnataka. So there is a wide scope of this kind of research. This is one of the example. My recently published papers were cited by other branch of geology. In this paper, cited more than 350 other journals, but majority, more than 200 papers from articles from other branches. I will spell the few of the examples. Trends in food science, nanomaterials, cell biology, pharmacology, purification technology, Journal of Biology, exposure and health. It's from a medical doctor's journal. And the microorganism molecules. These kind of articles or journals paper cited my article. So there is a wide scope of medical geology with the collaboration of medical professionals or doctors. So we have one collaboration with the Sri Chitra Hospital to related to arsenic toxicity in some of the jewelries in manufacturing jewelries in Kerala and other states. And the International Medical Geology Association is very active in this field. There's a conference on August 16 to 19 and the call for abstraction. So thanks for listening. I conclude my talk here. Thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sarath, for this wonderful insight into the aspect of medical geology. So the floor is open for questions. Any questions from the audiences is invited. Please.
I have one question on Ganesh Raj here.
Yes, sir. Please.
I didn't get message. What is the real toxic element in crystalline aquifer of North?
So I mentioned that barium and strontium we are identified a unusual concentration. Therefore, the permissible limit of barium is 700 microgram per liter in water.
That is in some pockets only or everywhere?
Not sir. Few pockets in Kolattur area, and from Cheruttur formation. So we are focusing on mainly focusing on Cheruttur formation.
How dangerous is barium?
Above the regular consumption of barium,
So is there any
in
impact
talk-
on the health of people there?
Yeah, sorry, especially in pregnant women, sir. Pregnant woman and
Do you have any case studies?
old age lady. Sir, here I shown that already shown that
Great, but it's
some
a
of the
very sporadic event only, no?
yeah, sir.
How many wells you could see
In
get this barium concentration?
pocket in Kolattur area, three wells
Three
only,
wells.
sir.
Three bore wells or dug wells?
In borewell, sir, deep borewell, sir. But in
Three
Cherutur
bore wells.
formation, we get the confined aquifers in 60 to 90 meters in
Okay,
Cherutur area.
I'll ask one more question to you. The dug wells are
Okay, sir.
having contamination in this area or not?
Dugwell show no, sir. Dugwell not contaminated, but biological contamination I don't know, sir. But
That's okay. Bacterial is okay. I'm telling you,
yeah,
no toxic elements.
no toxic elements we didn't expect. But in coastal aquifers of the in Karingod and the Kawai River Basin, I identified some of the chromium in groundwater.
Chromium, which is the source for chromium there?
Sir, mainly this Kasaragod mainly composed by charnacate and other pyrobolite rock like saltramafic and lodestone. So there's a no exact marking of or geological mapping of lodestone. No, not don't done so far. Only some of the exposure we get in Tayanur and Parklai and Kantambara area. So actual thickness and width of the lodestone we don't know. So lodestone also lodestone and associated gabbro and other
Yeah,
ultramafic rocks also
no,
may be the
chromium
source of
gets,
chromium.
chromium will be in a oxide form, something like that. Now it will get chromium coming out independent.
Sir, chromium have two valency. One is Cr3 plus and Cr5 plus.
Are you finding
So
Cr or
Cr5.
CrO2? What is that you are finding?
Yes, sir. Cr3 plus mainly occurred in the primary rocks. After the weathering and leaching process and deflection in pH and other parameters also releasing the Cr5 plus. No, we are not getting Cr3 plus in water. We are getting Cr5 plus in. So valency is matter, sir. Yeah, 5 plus.
But any impact on health is seen?
Yeah. Chromium is similar to lead and arsenic. Chromium is a carcinogenic.
No, and have you observed some impact on health of people there?
No, sir. I just completed 1.5 years of my PhD, so many more research is needed to confirm there.
Okay.
So I plan to collaborate with some of the medical.
No, I want to ask one more. You want to focus on one more thing. So basically,
okay,
all shallow aquifers are lateritic aquifers only. Am I right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So lateritic aquifer is having any contamination, any toxic element is one thing what we have to focus. And deep aquifers, I agree. You see, when you tap from deeper horizons, always problems will be more and more. So what is that deeper aquifer rock? Is it charnacite? Is it granite? Or what is it? As you told, even unconsolidated or consolidated sediments. That you have to classify properly, so that care can be taken by people.
Okay, sir. Okay.
See, arsenic also, what you told now, like West Bengal or UP, that serious problem. You know that it is being seriously a big issue, and how it is managed by having rainwater harvesting, more focusing it.
Yeah.
And depending on well water. So if there is a problem in these areas, you have to suggest alternate methods also.
Sir, we found some marcasite mineral in Cherutur formation. There is a possibility of arsenic contamination. We set to samples in IUAC for the detailed analysis. Without the proper confirmation or characterization, we can confirm whether it is there or not.
Okay, no, just I was thinking because normally these areas groundwater mostly found to be more safe with the toxic elements. Biological or the bacterial contamination is other part. I agree. Thank you for nice presentation. Good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Do we have any other questions on the floor? Please feel free to ask.
I have one more suggestion. Your slides should make more attractive. Slides are not attractive. Not legible many times.
Okay, sir. I will carry it.
Very small letters and unable to make out in a screen. in especially laptop. If you on a screen it may be better, but I feel keep mind the online interaction time your slide should be more legible. Okay.
Okay, so I will carry. Okay, sir. Thank you for your value suggestion.
And your voice should be more clear and louder.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay.
And this is my advice to you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sarath, nice presentation, Sarath.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, maybe you started very recently, right? So a lot of things you can do.
Yeah.
And basically, this type of works are very interesting because it's all societal importance are there, relevance are there. I just want to know our area is, not only geogenic contamination, like our fertilizer-based endosulfan, all these things are also there, right, in our area. So did you check such pollutants in groundwater?
Okay, sir. Sir, I collected a few samples. Sir, I collected a few samples from M.Sc Panchayat and in shallow and deep water aquifers. But we didn't get any kind of toxic metals. We analyzed the 25 trace elements, including PG also, and gold and silver in water. But some wells shows more than 5 ppb of silver in water. Maybe I don't know whether it is sourced from in situ or fertilizer before they are applied. But the silver, I don't know. So I will go through that.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, Sharath.
Hi, sir.
Nice presentation and some of the very interesting results. Like in terms as Ganeshrath sir told, usually we consider this lateritic aquifer as very safe for drinking, but like your results indicate that some geogenic toxic elements are there in the aquifers also. So, one of my doubt is like you said about barium, right?
Yeah,
so
sir.
Do we get barium in this Kasaragod area? If so, what are the source for it?
Sir, I show that spectrum.
Yes.
One spectrum
which is the source
for that? So source rock, the pegmatite. That spectrum is my study area only.
Okay.
That's my result only. Shown
okay. So source rock is the pegmatite one.
Silician from pegmatite and granitic gneiss. Silician is one kind of feldspar mineral.
Okay, so which is the area, that one?
That's Manjambara, near to Adur, Manjambara and Angadimugar.
Okay, and as Ganeshrath sir told, is there any connection between the health issues of the people over there and this contamination, this barium or nickel contamination? So I think it would make a very interesting study. I think you can look into that aspect in future.
Okay,
anyway, all the best, Sharath.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. So I do have a question in the sense of extending what Sajin sir asked about, like differentiating between the geogenic and the any kind of anthropogenic, in fact, be it fertilizers or industrial input as well. So, like any input, and how do you differentiate between these? Because again, the trace elements are already in the concentrations, as we say, is already in the lower level limit. So any kind of mathematical deviation that you saw, or deduction that you did in order to differentiate the sources and find out that this could be purely from the geogenic sources other than the Raman shift that we saw.
Okay, I got that question. In major ions like chloride and sulfate also give one clue of that, whether it is from geogenic or anthropogenic. And EC, if EC value is high, more than 1000 mu Simon per liter, which indicate that saline water ingression, or chloride value above the permissible limit and nitrate value above the 45 milligram per liter also show the direct clue whether it is from anthropogenic or geogenic. So this kind of nutrients are very less in my study area. EC value is very normal, chloride value very normal, nitrate value is not, and sulfate value is very less. So I plotted some 1:1 ratio plot. I didn't shown here, but I already prepared. So that will be indicate that silicate weathering is the major source and the controlling mechanism of this kind of elements in water. So major ions directly will be clue whether it is from geogenic or anthropogenic.
Okay, okay. So there was this one-on-one correlation which was there actually for yourself. Do we have any other questions?
Hello, sir. Nice presentations. I just have a query related to like you find out the problem. What is the problem related to health issue and to the peoples? So, is there any solutions of this, or is it directly related to you have to filter the water and you drink or something? In some kind of, since it's a natural contaminations, you cannot control widely.
Yeah, the removal techniques. There's a lot of removal techniques presently available, like ion exchange, chemical oxidation, solar oxidation, direct solar oxidation, and biological oxidations are this kind of treatment is available in market. And we have one more collaboration with the IIT Madras. So we are planning to develop new cheapest filter technologies for the remediation of this contamination from the water.
Okay.
We already sent the high level values of sample for the purification purposes. We have one collaboration with the IIT Madras to developing of filters.
Okay. Nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhupesh.
Floor is still open for questions. If any other members have any questions, can feel free to ask. Anyone from the current students? On that note, we would like to thank Mr. Sarath for this very wonderful talk and this very important talk in giving us an insight into this very newly developing aspect of medical geology and very exciting results that you showed, which we can definitely, like Sandeep sir said, if at all it's shown as a correlation with the health of that local region, then it's very interesting and it's very important for us in terms of regulating and people being aware of that contamination occurring in the groundwater of that region itself. So very nice presentation. Thank you so much, Mr. Sharad, for taking out your giving out your inputs and taking out your time out of your very busy schedule to give us a talk on this. I hope it was as a first talk. I hope it was very much approachable for students from the current batches and also the alumni members. And we thank all the members, also the alumni members who have joined from abroad. Yes, Mr. Vijayan, you do have a question?
No.
Okay. Okay, then, so proceeding further, we
Hello.
would like to... Yes, sir.
Sir, Vijayan sir, do you have any suggestions or questions?
Sarath, what is the topic for PhD?
Identification and source characterization of heavy metals in groundwater resources of Kasaragod district, sir.
So Kasaragod district, whole of Kasaragod district you have taken?
Yes, sir. Every 5 kilometer interval. Sir, every 5
you have
kilometers.
concentrated on crystalline aquifers or lateritic?
Sir, both collected river basin wise. I collected samples from coastal alluvial aquifer, tertiary formation Cherutur. I collected samples from there, lateritic aquifers and deep waters. But lateritic aquifers not showing significant amount of toxic metals in there. Deep water shows higher amount of some kind of toxic elements.
So, do you find any differences between this hard rock aquifer and this one, the other one? lateritic aquifers? In the case of this chemical analysis? you find
Laterite
any
aquifers is safe from toxic metals, sir.
And again, you told that you had taken samples from Agadimugur, then Manjapara areas.
Manjambara.
Manjambara.
area.
I think that Manjambara, lot of these areas are lateritic terrain. Okay, am I correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In the Agadimugur, you have taken the cyanide. Have you taken samples from cyanide pluton?
Yes, sir. I collected cyanite, granite, and other basalt from there.
So, in the case of Chervatur formation, from where did you collect these specimens? What was the location?
This Veeramalakkunnu and Karingod area, sir.
I see. But at what depth do you get these hard rocks there?
And OB is there near to 60 meters, 60.
I see. Anyway, you have done a very good thing, and you already told that you have started this work only just 1.5 years back only. So you had a lot of things to reveal. So okay, thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you, Vijayan sir, for joining us, and also Ganesh Rai is also here. Maybe our current batch students may not be knowing, Ganesh Rai sir was inaugurated our department in 2016. He was our inaugurator, and his presence today also making happiness for us. Thank you, sir, for joining today for our alumni talk.
Yeah, thank you, Sujan. I am very glad. Very nice talk.
Okay.
So, handing over to
My guru also is there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kritika.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, we would like to also extend our gratitude to Ganesh sir and Vijayan sir for joining us, because it's a huge privilege for us to see them joining us for our sessions, and we would like to request them to keep on joining our upcoming sessions and give us insights and input to our students as well. This would be really big help, sir. Thank you both of you for joining for the session today, sir. So moving forward, we would also like to request all our students who have questions and want to reach our talk or the speaker for the day. We would like to provide you the email ID through the WhatsApp groups as well. You can reach out to him and ask him your questions related to his research work. And thank you for joining, everyone. And again, a big thanks to Mr. Sarath for delivering this talk. Thank you so much. So we would like to conclude this talk for today. And we assure you that we would come up with various talks in the upcoming sessions with various academic talks covering various research topics. So thank you everyone for joining us for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.